They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and we're pretty lucky here in Utah. We have beautiful mountains, streams, deserts, and you know, sometimes we can even find beauty right on the edge of a neighborhood. But when it comes to talking about beauty, there's one place that towers above all the rest. A place so magnificent, it can only be described in one word: Zion.
Zion National Park, a 15-mile-long, half-mile-deep canyon carved by the flow of the Virgin River. And what a location! It sits at the convergence of the Colorado Plateau, the Mojave Desert, and the Great Basin. This gorge of red rock stretches back 150 million years. It was inhabited over the last few millennium by Native American tribes, and today it is considered one of the grandest of national parks. It was designated a national park in November of 1919. Recreation and tourism have become the main focus of the park, with hiking taking the lead in terms of popularity. Trails that range from simple walks to extreme climbs dot the park and can be accessed from any number of areas. Hiking is not the only thing in the area of Zion, though. OHV riders have their pick of trails, too. And while you cannot ride anywhere inside the park, sometimes you can get right up to the very gates.
Just outside of the park, there's quite a lot of trails. BLM land is all over around here. To one side of the park.
It's been a complete riot. There's not a lot of people down here right now.
If you go up North Fork Road, that's where we send most of the people to go up to run the BLM land trails. It's about 2 or 3 miles up North Fork Road. Anywhere up there that's not fenced off or not posted private property, you can ride.
I think they have it's between 9 and 12 different trails that cover the whole eastern part of the park, and you can continue up the road and eventually you'll come out over in Duck Creek, and that's Forest Service, BLM. You can go a little further east, go into Kane County and play on the Coral Pink Sand Dunes, BLM. It's not that far. It's well marked. The National Park Service takes no chances. Their boundary is well marked with a fence with a sign that says National Park. And if you know the rules, that means no ATVs. We walked, 150, 200 yards, and we're in the park. We saw some hikers, that started at a different point, and they're working the rim tops on the canyon above us. It was amazing.
Private trails, like these on the north rim of Zion, lead to other areas that BLM trails are unable to reach. Checkerboard Mesa and Jolly Gulch are just a few. And while you will need permission to ride these little-known tracks, the views make the effort well worth it.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime, thing for a lot of people. This time of year with all the snow runoff, we got a waterfall here that's normally a dry cliff. So there's just a lot of stuff we can do. And there's things that you won't be able to ever see again because it just happens at a blink of an eye and then it's gone.
It's amazing. It's beautiful. Every time, I've been out here probably about 15 to 20 times already, and every time I come up here, it gets more and more amazing. You notice more and more stuff. It changes all the time, not very fast, but you notice the changes once you're on it enough. And I would recommend it to anybody. It's beautiful out here.
Now, part of riding anywhere in the West is following designated route systems. Whether on private or public lands in the Zion area, it's key to know the legal trails and follow them. Once you arrive at any park entrance, feel free to step off your ATV and hike the rest of the way inside.
Respect the land so we don't have more trails to close. Support those people who fight your battles. If you're busy full-time and can't go to a meeting or support them, there are nonprofit groups that they're always looking for donations or help. They're always willing to take a helping hand.
I just like to be able to get out and ride, enjoy what I see, kind of snaking through the scenery. Instead of looking at it from a road, you're actually part of it. You can stop and get off and walk around up in the trees, and getting out here by yourself if you sometimes want to. You can just come out, turn the engine off, and the only thing you can hear is the wind and nothing for miles around you.
Today's today. I'm here. If I never come back to it, it'll always be burned in my mind.
So you see, Beauty really is in the eye of the beholder. And in the case of Zion National Park, whether you're driving up to the boundaries on an ATV or hiking a precarious ledge, I think it's a beauty that we can all truly appreciate. For At Your Leisure, I'm Terry Wood. Now back to you, Chad and Trish.